Welcome to this week's Ask GMBN, where me and Blake Bing Bong here are going to do our best to answer your questions you've been sending in to hashtag Ask GMBN and to ask@gmbn.com. So, Blake, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, I'm going to start you off. First question is from John, who says, lads, can you do a video all about roof racks and transporting your bikes around to trails using a normal cart? Now, you are the perfect person to do that.
We should do a video.
We can do the video for sure.
We can.
And you should do it because you've got some experience.
Oh, I've got so much experience. I've had bikes, roof, on the back, inside. I've even had one on the back of a motorbike. But depending on what car you've got, fuel-wise, I would recommend putting it on the back on a tow hitch. That would be my best option.
Don't give away all the secrets just yet. We're going to do a whole video about this, and Blake is going to host it because really on the back of a motorbike?
I've had it on the back of a bike.
It can all be done, John M, and we're going to send a video your way soon.
Nice. Cool. Next question, I got one for you.
Go for it.
This one's from Mario BP76.
Catchy.
And he wants to know what knee pads he should wear for enduro type. He's not an aggressive rider. Pro pads or just a peace of mind of what kind of pad he wants. Skinny, fat.
Right.
He wants to know what knee pads good for him.
Well, I've just happen to have a pad here. This is a great example of kind of middleish ground. I know what you're saying. Do you go with a big bulky plastic pad to start out with, or something that's going to be a bit more flexible while you're riding enduro? Well, something like this works really well because it's D3O material. And what that means, inside there, it's got this orange material.
That goes rock solid.
It's soft, but when on an impact, it goes really hard. Oh, I could have done that harder, but I kind of chickened out.
I've got one. Wait, let me
But you can go more lightweight. I'm not
cellar.
sure what Blake's doing down there.
You can go super lightweight. You've got this one here, the Recon. This one, I guess this would be for more of a long distance ride. It's more of an XC pad. It's a little bit more comfortable for the long distance, but I'm thinking
I'd go somewhere here. I'll go somewhere middle ground, not too lightweight. It's your first pad, but not something
especially for a first pad.
Too
you
hard.
Might crash. Yeah, that's not gonna.
Right, next question is from NARENDRA. NEGI says, when I shift my gear changes after pedaling 2 or 3 times. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Ooh,
no. But we can help you out straight away by throwing you to this video. It'll help you see how to set up your gears trailside.
Gears don't always work perfectly, unfortunately. Either not shifting when you press the lever, shifting too many gears when they do decide to change, or just jumping under pressure when you don't want them to. But rather than let it ruin your ride, it's actually a really simple fix often that you can do out on the trail.
Right, next question, Blake, from Pajama Turtle.
Ooh, nice name.
Good name.
I like it.
Hi guys, hi. I want to put 29er rims on my Scott Genius 710 Plus for longer rides.
Right.
Do off-the-shelf 29er rims fit, or do I need a bespoke wheel build? Neil, got any advice after doing yours?
Hang on.
You're not.
I'm not Neil.
Hello.
Hello, where you been?
I've just been riding my bike. Well,
Sorry about that, because I need an answer to this question. Pajama Turtle wants to know.
The answer is yes, normal 29-inch rims will fit. What I did is get an extra set of wheels. That's a good way of doing it. It's quite an expensive way of doing it, I suppose, because you need boost hubs, so the wider hubs. And I've got 2 sets of wheels, so you can swap them out.
There you go, answer from the man himself. And while you're here, Neil, I'm going to use your time. TOBIN Reader says, my headset and fork makes a sort of cracking sound when I do endos or go down a technical rock garden. What do you think about that? He's had it to a bike shop, they didn't know what it was.
First thing I'll check is the headset, so make sure it's greased and there's no dirt in there, because that can make that noise.
Yeah.
The only other thing is occasionally, it doesn't happen very often, but the steerer tube can sort of rattle loose in the crown of the fork, and I would definitely get that checked out. But check your headset first, that's probably my first thing.
There you go. Right, and lastly, Neil, Kumud Nakami says, could you just suggest a way to check chainwear stretch at home without any sort of specific tool?
I would say the best way of doing this is grabbing your chain on the front of the chain ring, so going towards the fork, and pulling it, and if it moves too much off the chain ring, then it's worn. So if you can see maybe half a tooth, that's probably too worn. And also side to side, your chain will feel really sloppy and worn.
Right, okay. And actually we've got a bit more there on this video that you made, Neil, all about chainwear. Check it out.
When your transmission starts to wear, it's going to start to give you problems. What happens is that chain starts to stretch and the teeth start wearing out. So you'll start to notice it. The chain feels really sloppy and starts slapping around quite a lot. Also, it's not going to mesh as nicely with that cassette. When it gets really bad, you actually find that chain starts slipping. So when you're pedaling hard, it'll start slipping in some of those gears on the cassette.
Oh, Martyn!
Oh, there you are.
What am I doing in the Why am I in the closet?
I'm sorry about that. We needed Neil for a moment. Never mind.
Was he here?
He was here. He was
No
here.
way.
Yeah, you were.
How did you?
You were substituted momentarily.
Well,
But you're back now, and I've got a question specifically for you.
Right, fire.
From Josh HD. He wants to get into slopestyle and dirt jumping competitions. Any good websites or advice, Blake?
Ooh, advice: hit up the local contests wherever you are. Good website, FMB World Tour. That is a good one. Freeride Mountain Biking World Tour. They're the mecca of the whole series in the whole world.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what contests there are, hit them up.
Yeah, and they're really inspiring actually. All of the top riders are on there. You can see the world ranking, which is really cool.
It's amazing.
And some, like you said, some massive
been there.
events. But what about some specific advice to getting it? How do you get competition ready? I mean, it's only about sort of going along and checking out a comp first, or?
Yeah, you could recce the contest first before taking part. Or finding out what is in your local area. If your country has a local dirt jump series, it doesn't necessarily have to be slopestyle. That's kind of a next step, because that's drops and stuff if you're not too keen on that.
And I would say one of the best places to get advice about those potential comps in your area is go down to the local jump spot. People there are going to know, and they're always much more friendly than maybe you would first think, because they all look like rough, tough dirt jumpers like this dude here. Beefcake. Right, it is time for the quick fire round. Here we go. Joe Hounslow, how long does it take to make the Dirt Shed show?
All week.
Yeah, a while. Longer than it should. We laugh too much.
Yeah, we do. We have too much fun.
Zach De Beer, do you guys have Strava? If you do, how can I follow you? Well, some of us do have Strava.
I have Strava.
I know Scotty's on Strava. Neil's on Strava. I think I'm on Strava. Hey, go on Strava and follow us. I think that's the best way to do it. I can't think of any other way.
I don't know. Next question.
Leon Rubin, why does Blake always pronounce SRAM as SHRAM?
Because I thought it was spelt with an E. No, I'm joking. SRAM.
It's his funny lisp.
SRAM.
It's his funny lisp.
SRAM. Because I'm from Zimbabwe.
That's why. You blame that on everything.
I blame everything on Zimbabwe.
The Broken Brain. I was thinking about ordering a GMBN jersey, but I don't really know what size I should have. But I'm the same length and weigh as much as Scotty. He knows a lot about Scotty. What size should he get?
Well, Scott is a medium.
Right, I'd say he's medium.
Yeah, I'd say he's medium. I'm a large, so medium. Buy medium.
Go medium, middle ground. You could always change it, but unless you're a beefcake like Blake here,
you need a large.
You need a large.
Yeah.
Guy's made of donuts. Right. Francesco 2000. How do you guys? I'm going to go again on that.
Do you?
Go on. Ask.
Do you think that mountain biking is bad for the environment? No.
No.
Why?
No. I think as long as trails are maintained responsibly and things are recycled responsibly, which is happening more and more, then no, I don't think mountain biking is bad
take your
for the
rubbish
environment. And we've got to think about humanity. It is great for fitness and health, so that's very important.
You live longer.
Right, here we go. ERIK Pan, can you put a larger cassette on a downhill bike?
Yes, you can, but why do you want to climb a downhill bike?
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to put too big a cassette
unless your
on
trail's a little bit flat.
One of those massive dinner plate ones. Yeah.
The big, the SRAM.
We think, and we're experts, that you could do it, but we don't think you should. Chandler Candy, is it important that you warm up before every ride?
I would say yes. Just a little bit of a stretch.
It is
Gets you a little bit more nimble.
You're always doing a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. After driving long distance, you stretch a little bit.
Little bit. Paul Owen, can you put gears on a dirt jump bike? That's for you.
You can, but most dirt jump bikes don't have the pits to put gears on.
No.
So
it's not the space there.
But there are people that do run gears, but
You're in the
minority.
You're in the minority. We're not very good at the quick fire bit.
No, we
are
are.
Thor What Want Cheese. That is a hard name to say. Should I take an enduro or downhill bike to Whistler Bike Park? Oh, you could do both.
I've done both. I've taken downhill and enduro. Last year was enduro. I would recommend downhill bike.
Which I'd say take an enduro because I think you've got more trails open to you on an enduro bike. So I think we've disagreed.
Well,
but you're going to have to make your own decision. Go enduro. Downhill. Right, Connor Smith. Is it bad to backpedal?
No. Who doesn't want a fakie?
And you know what, Blake? Thank goodness that is the end of the quickfire round.
That was quite long. Right, correct me if I'm wrong.
Right then, let's do it. First video is from Jacob Miller. We're going to check out what he's getting up to.
See what he's getting up to, yeah. Oh, I see a trick involved. Wait.
Here we go.
What is
Jacob, what have you got for us? He's coming in hot.
He's coming in.
Oh,
Slow-mo.
Here we go.
Boom, he's tabling.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Not much wrong.
I cannot, there's no fault there.
It was nice.
No, yeah, it was brilliant. I guess if you want to go flatter, it's bringing it more into you. So pushing that, which arm is that? Pushing your left arm down more and lifting up.
Wow.
Pulling it, drop your shoulder into it, and you'll get more flatter tables.
I think it's pretty good, Jacob.
But that is brilliant.
I'm jealous. I could never do tables.
That was
nice,
a pretty
that
good
one was cool.
There's nothing wrong there, just keep going.
And lastly, for correct me if I'm wrong, we've got this one from Damien. Now, I think we're being had here, Blake, because
okay,
Damien's saying that he'd like some advice on this manual. It's only 15 bike lengths long.
15?
Yeah, there's not much wrong with it. Check this out. Look, watch him coming in.
That's a manual.
Hey, something he's got really right about it.
All right, yeah. Ooh, what? His GMBN jersey.
The manual's...
Look at that, mate. He's gone off the camera.
He's still
it's
going.
Still going.
The manual, Damien, cannot be faulted, and you know it. He knew that.
He got us.
He's just showing
You're
off.
correct.
He's showing off that fancy manual, and he's got that lovely GMBN jersey. So he definitely got something right.
So that is it for Ask GMBN with Martyn and myself. If you've got any more other questions, hashtag Ask GMBN in the comments below.
Or you could send them to us via email, ask@gmbn.com.
Ooh, and if you love this video, don't forget to click this little globe right here and you won't miss another video.
And you can watch more from GMBN by clicking just here. We'll give you 5 tips to buying the correct mountain bike just for you.
Good one. Click here for newbie mistakes. Oh, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like.
That's not thumbs up.
No, but that's how I ended.
And your finger mark.
This one. Yeah.